Hello and welcome to today's video. My name is Mackenzie. This is Mackie Readings. It's Saturday. It's flu season. I've got some books to show. It's almost February. I think tomorrow is the first day of February and I have not read at all. November I did Novel November with Pro Writing Aid, using that website to track my writing progress, and they had a bunch of amazing Zoom writing sessions and webinar interview things. Anyways, it was super amazing. Didn't read at all really, and then I was like, I'll read a lot in December. I didn't read. I hardly read anything. And then I was like, I'll read a lot in January. Nope. Not at all. Not at all. So now it's like, okay, February. February is the month that I start reading again. I own a ton of books and I need to read them. I also, before we get into the video, I'll put a timestamp up of where to jump to if you don't want to watch the intro. I didn't film this and I should have. I got rid of a ton of books. I'll put up some pictures here of the bags in the hallway. I sold some of them on Facebook Marketplace. I had some people come in and look around and buy them. I had friends come over and take some and buy some. And then I also had, I took some of them to little free libraries around the neighborhood, and then I took the rest to 2 used bookstores. And that was awesome. I got them out of the house. It was great. So it's been a week now of them completely gone. They were sitting in the hallway for like 2 months. Yeah. So now let's talk about what I want to read in February. I did find some bingos. I think later, maybe tonight, I'll go through and pick what one I want to actually do. So maybe by the time I edit this, it'll be up here on the screen, but I just selected a couple books that I do want to read. My theme for selecting these books was flowers. So the first book I have here doesn't have flowers on it, but it is Tessa Bailey, Dream Girl Drama. I picked this one because it has hearts. And it's red with pink and red, so makes me think of Valentine's Day. And this one I believe is a hockey romance. Don't know much about it. Tessa Bailey has turned into an auto read author. They're just rom-coms. It's so windy. They're rom-coms, they're cute. I read all her books. So I haven't read this one yet and I look forward to it, and I found it for cheaper at a bookstore. It was one of the bookstores that has new books and used books. The next rom-com I selected also, I guess has flowers on it, but it's The Cinnamon Bun Bookstore by Lori Gilmore, and I have started this series completely out of order. I think I finished the Gingerbread Bakery first. I started listening to the Pumpkin Spice Cafe audiobook through the library, but then it returned and I haven't finished it. And I started reading The Christmas Tree Farm. And I was on the ferry with my daughter and we went to the gift shop and I saw the Gingerbread Bakery. I was like, oh, perfect. Like, I started this as an audiobook and I'll buy it and like read it now. I bought it, started reading it, and realized it was the Pumpkin Spice Cafe that I had been listening to. I don't know. Anyways, I really liked it. The books are just set in this small town and follow a bunch of different characters. And I just think they are cute, adorable, wholesome, fun. They're just fun. I don't know. I'm excited to see what happens with these characters. Okay, but I did read like the last one first, so I know everybody's end point basically by the time the 5th book happened. Oh well. Next is Enchantra by Kaylee Smith. The first one was Phantasma, I believe, and I liked it. I loved the premise. I loved the games that she had to do in Phantasma, but the romance I felt was a little too much. I felt like it kind of took away from the story, but I still liked it, and I will read this one. This one is about her sister. So if you didn't like her sister and you don't want to read about her sister, this one is about the sister, Genevieve. Welcome to Enchantra. There's only one rule: never ever trust your heart. So this is, I think, another game, it seems like. When Genevieve Grimm's mother dies, she left with questions no one can answer, until she receives an invitation to Enchantra, a cursed palace in Italy frozen in time. Though denied entrance by the sinfully handsome yet hostile Rowan Silver, Genevieve finds her own way in and soon realizes her mistake. For Enchantra is a twisted labyrinth where Rowan and his 6 siblings are trapped in a deadly game. At the mercy of a twisted devil and his ghastly specters, only one occupant of the house can survive. I feel like I look really yellow. I changed the lighting. I don't know if I like this though. Whoa. I don't think I like that either. But that makes me really yellow. Okay, we'll do this. So this sounds really good. It sounds like a very similar premise to the first book. But I'm excited. We'll see if I like it. So the next one I'm reading is One Dark Kiss by Rebecca Zanetti, and this is the second book. The first one is here, One Cursed Rose. This is One Dark Kiss. A sizzling dark fairy tale retelling set in a seductive world of money, power, billionaires, and the dangerous desires that drive them. So the first book was about, I think there are like 3 or 4 different social media tech companies, and they use crystals to help power their social media website empires. Terrible description, but from what I remember, that was it. And this one, I believe, follows the main guy's brother and then the main girl's friend, I think. It was a while ago that I read that first one. The next book is Cruel Intentions, and I picked this one because there's red flowers and they're shiny. This is very cool looking, by Margie Fuston. Probably said that so wrong. This says win or die. And the edges are beautiful as well. And then this one is one of those special ones. I don't know where I got this from. Fairy Loot. So this is a Fairy Loot exclusive when I was getting Fairy Loot. Ever since a vampire murdered her mother, Ava has been determined to get revenge. But 10 years later, having survived foster home after foster home, and without a single sighting of a vampire, Ava has begun to lose hope. That is, until she stumbles across a hidden magic show where she witnesses impossible illusions. The magicians may not be the bloodsuckers she's hunting, but Ava is convinced something supernatural is afoot. Caraval meets Buffy the Vampire Slayer in this deliciously dark young adult fantasy from the author of Vampires, Hearts, and Other Dead Things. Cool. The back says a deadly competition, a magical secret society, a chance for revenge. So it seems like I'm reading 2 books in February that have to do with deadly games. The next one I am so excited for. We Who Will Die by Stasia Stark. This one I have seen everywhere. I was watching a TikTok video and she was sharing books that she really liked recently, and this was highly recommended. And it has the red roses there and has a nice map. This is a new series set in ancient Roman world ruled by merciless vampires. I also have like a vampire theme happening here. Life in the perilous Thorin district is a constant battle for Aravel, and her younger brothers. The vampire standing on her doorstep is about to turn the world upside down. Faced with an unthinkable choice, I need to figure out how to say her name. Arvel makes a magically binding vow to do the impossible, kill the Emperor, an ancient vampire created by the god Ambrose, but at first she must enter the Sundering, an arena where only the fastest, strongest, and deadliest survive long enough to be selected for the Emperor's elite guard. Well, it seems I'm reading 3 books about games. And this, oh, the top is different. There. Anyways, I didn't think that I didn't know, okay? I hadn't really read much about them when I picked these. I just picked based on the covers, but these 3 are all about games, so this will be interesting. There's more than just flower themes, I guess. Vampires, games, flowers. Okay, the last book that I picked for February is The Scarlet Veil by Shelby Morin. Yeah, she wrote The Serpent and the Dove trilogy, which I liked. Ooh. Cool. Darkness is coming for us. How do I say her name? Ciel? Celly? Cieli. Kelly? Man, I'm gonna have to Google a lot of names here. I don't know how to pronounce that. 6 months have passed since, I feel like they're French characters, right? That actually doesn't help me, even knowing that. I'll have to Google it.
Pronouncenames.com. Sally?
Sally? No, there's an ad. Okay, that was wrong. Apparently all the comments were like, no. So, let's just wait for this ad. For leggings. Cellier. Oh, here we go. I found it.
Silly.
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 Silly. I don't think I'm actually doing that right, but Sully. 6 months have passed since Sully took her sacred vows and joined the ranks of Chazers as their first huntswoman. With her fiancé Jean-Luc as captain, she is determined to find her footholds in her new role and protect Valterra after she failed to protect her sister. But whispers from the past still haunt her, and a new evil is rising, leaving bodies in its wake, each one decorated with twin puncture wounds on its throat. Despite how her friends and fiancé have tried to shield Sully from the darkness, their magic swords and even the light of endless candles they provide cannot keep her safe from the monster that hides behind beautiful words and sharp smiles. Now Sully has new reason to fear the dark because something is coming for her, and the closer he gets, the more tempted Sully feels to give in to his dark hungers and her own. Da da da, another vampire book. Okay, so I have 3 books about games, and then I have 3 books that have vampires. 3 books with vampires, and then 3 books about games. So there's a theme. There's so many themes here. Let's stack them up. This is quite a stack considering I haven't finished a book in a while. Yeah, this is pretty hopeful. We'll see what I actually finish. There you go. These are all the books that I really want to read this month, and I hope I do because I've owned a lot of them for a very long time, minus the top 2. Like, I've owned these for years. Oh, I guess Enchantra 2 is new. Oh, and this one's new. Okay, well, 4 are new and 3 I've owned for a really long time. So let's read. I need to read some books here. Comment below how many you think I'll read. I grabbed 7 books. How many out of the 7 will I read? And make your guess on what ones I'll read and what ones I won't. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I'm going to read Cinnamon Bun Bookstore because it's cute. Thank you for watching today's video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.